Does anybody have a theory as to how God Valley got its name? Well, I would say it was either it's like somewhat, not really. I was like, I would either say it was like renamed after the celestial dragons got there, and it was kind of like claimed as like a celestial dragon like place to chill, or it could be an insinuation of the Lunarians being the previous gods, and then maybe that was like one of the places they made, not on top of the red line, one of their homes. That's a very thin theory, but that's like about all I can come up with on that one. I've never thought about God Valley's name specifically.
Well, with the reveal of, like, the Davy clan being in God Valley, that's where Zebek's from, so we can kind of assume that, like, you know, let's just say they originate from there, right? Like, that's kind of where they've been established for centuries. So, you go back to a Skypiea kind of parallel, is what I'm going to go to, because I always love doing that. And you have the previous god now become a Sky Knight, essentially, you know, excommunicated from the godhead, and now is just kind of out there doing his things, has like this one chance to really help. If you think about Joy Boy's hockey being emitted by Emmett, that's like his one, that's like the whistle blow right there, which is even better because I'm always comparing Emmett to Chopper as opposed to Frankie. But as far as like the whole god aspect, like to God Valley and with like Godfall, that would be like the Davy clan would be represented through Godfall, right? So my thought process has been that Joy Boy is Davy Jones, and much like, you know, Luffy has become Lucy, and he's kind of like this Luciferian type figure, like as you kind of see, like the good guy Satan trope is kind of what we're being portrayed here with Luffy. It kind of falls under that umbrella.
Welcome everybody into Theory Piece. It is now time. We're back. I know it's been a bit since we've had a full Theory Piece, but hey, we're here. We're here now. We're happy, and we're here to have a good time. We've been sitting playing some Minecraft, having a good time together, but we've also been chatting One Piece and chatting it up with everybody else here in streams too, in our own individual streams. But it's good to be back all together in one big Theory Piece stream together, that's for sure. Now, I do want to let... Briar, thank you for the tiny dinies. I do want to let everybody know, I'm going to keep reminding everybody throughout the stream, you do have the option to come over to Twitch. If you have longer thought out questions or theories that you want us to see, you are able to highlight your questions there. You also, if you end up getting a subscription gifted to you or end up subscribing yourself, you get devil fruits next to your names. Like right now, I'm currently looking at the Marinara Know Me and the E2 to Know Me in my chat. But hey, wherever, if you have long thought out theories, I please ask that you go there because it'll be harder to follow your individual messages rather than it just being one long message over on Twitch. That's all I ask. And I will remind you guys of that here in a bit too. But with that being said, let's get fucking started here on Theory Piece. Let's get talking. We're really going to talk about recent chapters here because it's what we got to do. We're on break next week. We got to come through and give you guys the content, you know? Briar, thank you for letting them cook, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you.
On the last, like, flashback, the whole flashback has been insane. Like, but I was just going to say the whole last, like, 4 or 5 chapters has been a roller coaster.
Give me I'll be right back here, my friends. You guys.
So much to absorb.
No problem.
Yeah, you're good, man. And like the Twitch Monkey D Wizup is just twitch.tv/monkeydquell. That's all it is.
Yep, all platforms basically just Monkey D Quell.
All right. What if all the royal families of the kingdoms Luffy has saved are also members of the D clan like Vivi? I don't know. So here would be my thought on it. I don't think necessarily that they're all descendants of the D clan. I would say that they are descendants just primarily of those 20 kingdoms. I think that's what we got to stick with. Some of them would have been rulers or would have been D clan members, very much so. Royal blood, things like that. They would have been categorized in different households under the D name. But overall, I would say that the royal families have more to do with what happened, whatever deal was struck to create the world government 800 or 100 years ago, or 800 years ago, Jesus, or in the Void Century. God, I can't speak. Sorry.
Yeah. They're more comparable to the people that are in Wano with the crescent on their ankle. They're not necessarily associated with a family. They're just the people waiting and associated with the ancient kingdom.
Because you're going to have people who are the D-Clan, and then you're going to have people who have been associated with the D-Clan on their side of the war throughout history.
And believe in their ideals so much that they would wait centuries to finally make good on their promises.
Austin, thank you for all the generous gifts you're donating over there. I know Quell ain't here, but I'll gladly be the one to
we're
tell
here.
You. We're here.
The Bat Boy Tater. That was just that one was like
yeah. No, that one's the weirdest one to me. That one is.
I almost gonna read it because of my dyslexia.
It's all good.
What's happening?
Like the second coming of Jesus Christ for Christianity. That's exactly what they're waiting for. That's the second or the next coming of Nika. Essentially, there is a lot of Jesus parallel to be made between Jesus and Luffy.
Austin, thank you for the Chili's goats and holy shit, the almost 200 lives you're about to send right now. God damn.
Yeah, putting in the work, son.
Did you guys already answer Taboo over on Twitch with his royal family's question?
Yeah, we've already answered Taboo. Yes.
What about Yadmin Leak? What about Leak?
Just came in.
Okay, cool. So Leak says, "What if Emu's running a eugenics operation on the world?" Oh, Chris with a follow on Twitch. I appreciate you, my friend. But Emu's running. What if Emu's running a eugenics operation on the world, collecting ancient families and intentionally diluting the blood lineage? Thoughts? I mean, I think that's kind of what it is to the T. Austin. Shit, with the 101, you're a dog, I think that is. And then Bat Boys, 41 of those. Thank you, buddy.
You're awesome. If you're awesome.
You're adopted.
You're adopted. Oh, I appreciate you. And then 2 caps. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. But I think that's kind of exactly what it is to the T. Kind of the fact that Emu kind of wanted the D-Clan family's powers, but she knows, or they know, the D-Clan's going to resurface at all points. So in order to keep that from happening throughout the years and basically having 800 years on succession, Emu has diluted their power. So when they do come back into the play, the powers they get, unless they tap into a certain side and fully unlock their true power and true nature that they had from long, long ago, they're not going to be the D-Clan members of the past that are actually able to defeat Emu. So yeah, Emu diluting their powers makes a lot of sense. And it makes even more sense as to why Blackbeard is sitting and running out within the world. Now, Ghost was just talking about earlier about the fact that how he believes Joy Boy is Davy Jones. And I like to add on to that in talking about my fact that I think Emu is Davy Jones. Now, those are the same 2 exact things. Joy Boy being Davy Jones, Emu being Davy Jones. That just means Davy Jones was the Joy Boy that turned into Emu. That's all that means. Now, why do I say that? If you look at just simple things like the human fruit, the Hito Hito, and the Ito Ito, the string fruit, you take the human out, you get somebody who rules over and controls everybody. Doflamingos are perfect parallel to Emu themselves. But if Davy Jones hadn't been somebody that had been trapped by Joy Boy or locked away by Joy Boy to essentially a place where they could never leave, locked within the darkness, that'd be perfect. Because Davy Jones' whole thing is he's been trapped or sentenced to the bottom of the sea, but the whole thing is dominant reversey. Emu wants to flip the world. So if Emu's Davy Jones, they flip the world to the point where they're locked in the castle in the sky. They're not sentenced to the bottom of the sea. It's the castle in the sky. Instead of all the dead souls going down to Davy Jones' locker, they're going up there to power Emu up. Emu's using all these people are just powering them up. It's like the Eve, exactly, with the Eve tree. So that plays into the fact of
that's
why.
One thing I've been really trying to get across to people is just like we're not walking the seafloor. Like that's the thing. Like Oda's doing a lot of things in reverse. It's like we hear something, it's revealed to be the opposite, right?
Oh yeah.
Like we hear this like ancient weapon capable of destroying islands, whatever. Ends up being some big ass crybaby.
Wayne, thank you for the follow.
It's this, like I don't even know what the word is. Like.
Paradox.
Trying to get at though.
Yeah, it's like a paradox. Yeah. I get exactly what you're saying, and that goes into the whole thing of what I was saying about with just Emu being Davy Jones, and then the whole story of Davy Jones being flipped and him being the one ruling over everybody right now. But there's 2 different types of Joy Boys. There's a Sun Joy Boy and a Moon Joy Boy. There's 2 Joy Boys essentially. Davy Jones would be his own version of Joy Boy, but basically the Joy Boy that decided to after losing his humanism or what made him human, where he now rules over the world. He now controls the world. He now controls every aspect of the world too, and everything. He sees everything, and that's why Blackbeard's important. Because with him possibly being trapped within the Holy Land, what do we get? Blackbeard being the next Davy Jones. What do we talk about? Blackbeard possibly Emu wanting Blackbeard's body. I made you. I want you. I want your powers in your body so I can once again walk the earth and walk this world. Jimmy, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Austin, thank you for the tiny dotties and the feather tiara crown. Oh my, I appreciate you, my friend.
To kind of like tack on to your Ito Hito sort of discussion with Doflamingo's fruit and all that, if you tie in all the Davy Jones aspects and everything and go back to Heart of Gold, man, that is literally like a treasure trove for everything. But Heart of Gold, you have Mad Treasure who has the fruit, the chain fruit, which is essentially like a string fruit but stronger, right?
Yep.
And he's our Davy Jones aspect, who's, got the Blackbeard, Zebek motif down to a T. He's going inside the abyss with Luffy, just kind of like we're discussing here. In some way, Blackbeard is going to be consumed by Emu or the abyss, and then that's going to be their ultimate downfall.
And that's
after
where
all this planning, all this work.
And that's where we see the end of him.
Yep. Like, he has this black hole that's capable of sucking in anything and, drawing in its power. Emu's just going to casually and slowly walk up to him, and he's going to be like, why is this not working? What the hell is going on? And then Emu's just going to ding with a single finger and just
freak him out and send him flying.
Yeah, let me get my powers back.
Or just suck him in, not even send him flying. Just
Just
Blackbeard, the person that's essentially eaten everybody as in he's been basically the snake that comes and takes everybody down. But now there's been an even bigger snake waiting for him. How will they succeed though?
Ambitious.
I don't like
over ambitious, and it's going to be a moment of like the snake eating its tail, getting absolutely way too confident.
You don't like Blackbeard at all,
and then ending up helping Emu in the end.
I mean, to go on to that, he actually ending up helping Emu in the end. It's going to be like, Blackbeard himself is basically just feeding the beast. He's just helping the beast eat more, but it's also going to end up being the beast's downfall.
Yes. It's going to be like bad indigestion.
But that's literally what...
Gold again. That's how Mad Treasure dies, is in like the pool of like stomach acid, much like Gollum dies in Mount Doom, while he tries to get the One Ring, but dies along with it.
I don't like Blackbeard at all,
that's
and
how
I
the
think
story ends, guys.
You think it's in his character for him to mess up badly when trying to steal Emu's power? That's what we're definitely for sure. Jimmy,
I think that's what Ghost was. I think that's what Ghost was clarifying there.
You think Luffy's dream is a undivided world, no red line, so he can have a banquet with the entire world? I think that's been like a big majority theory for what Luffy's dream is. Does Emu have to be defeated to break Damiroverse? I don't think so. I think you can break it without fully defeating Emu.
I feel like if their hockey could, out-conquer the Damiroverse, they could send themselves back.
I think that's how Ja Rule has the sword in his head, and Loki's just like, maybe that's how that happened. He didn't understand his own power. He didn't really understand, like, wait, I have, like, Conqueror's coding, and I have Conqueror's hockey? What do you, like... Oh, so that's how I was able to damage these bastards. Gotcha.
Yeah. And so
Let's go.
So the surefire way of ending a Damiroverse, knock out Emu, but good luck with that. So the best way is to out-conquer the Conqueror. I
mean, people thinking he doesn't have a Devil Fruit was crazy to me because, by the way, you're frozen in Discord. But people not thinking he has a Devil Fruit, not having a Devil Fruit is crazy to me because, like, dude, he says, hey, you're going to need my power. He's not talking about his fucking hockey. Like, why would he be talking about his hockey? We need his power, right? And think about it, right? If it's something in comparison with Shirahoshi, right? Shirahoshi's power is like Poseidon, right? She can call sea beasts, sea creatures. Loki already has that connection of being in the underworld, being connected to the beast of Elbaf. But that's not what he can call. I don't think that's what he's going to be able to call. It's more going to be something like Shirahoshi can call. His should be the opposite. Whereas, like, Shirahoshi is calling things to help him, whereas Loki's stealing and taking things. If that makes sense, you know. We lost E. Where do you go?
Oh, he's probably just restarting Discord because of his camera.
Oh, okay. I was about to say we lost E. Oh no. But
there he is.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Oh no, E's having a bit of an issue. Yeah, that's right. He'll be back.
It wouldn't be Theory Piece without technical difficulty.
That's how it always works, my friend. I also think minks have a crazy reaction to the moon because their ancestors were slaves on the moon and one of the first groups to be liberated by Nika. If there were one race to be tied to the moon and come from the moon, I would say it is the minks themselves, not the Lunarians.
Yeah, I definitely think the Lunarians are from the blue planet, but like revered the moon, so they would be Lunarians in that way. Or like they revered the reflection of the sun. Yeah, you're good.
Hello, Mr. Technical Difficulties.
Yeah, sorry guys. I didn't know that I was having technical difficulties. It was not frozen on.
No, I'm reading Taboo's message in
Oh yeah, okay, even better. Thanks, Jid.
Wonder if Lunarians get power boost during the eclipse.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
I think they do.
Oh, you owe me a Coke.
I don't drink dark soda.
I would say they get a humongous power boost during an eclipse personally. The sun or the moon in front of the sun, like come on. That's like a supercharged. That would be a supercharged Lunarian right there.
But I think a solar eclipse.
Escanor.
No, I think they need a solar eclipse though is what they need, not a lunar eclipse. Like
that takes out
the minks need a lunar eclipse, and I think the Lunarians need a solar eclipse. The sun blocking the moon. Them being scorched and burnt, because you have to think about it, they have way more flame to deal with. The Earth's being scorched endlessly, nothing's blocking it. Yeah, they need a solar eclipse probably. Ooh!
I have one of those theories.
What's that?
That's the solar eclipse theory. There's supposed to be one this weekend, but
oh yeah.
Yeah, but Oda's taking a break, so fuck me on that one, I guess.
How will Chopper help the
It'll still be there.
It'll still be there, yeah.
Didn't mean to skip this, Wayne. Is it possible that Sanji gets Damiverse that he'll unlock his Kakusaki to break out of it? I think that's like the only way we could see Sanji break out of being Damiverse. It is his Kakusaki, but...
That's what I was just saying.
Unless his genetics give him some sort of gimmicky bullshit where he can be like...
I'll say some gimmick advantage over it, yeah.
Which I wouldn't be surprised. That's kind of how Sanji's worked.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't be that. It was like, oh, Judge actually did make him a little bit more special than the others.
So it's like, oh, you are really overpowered. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, my bad.
Whoops.
Oh,
Why are my other children this cool?
Oh yeah, Wayne, no problem, dude. This was fun for us. We love sitting, chilling, talking theories, man. This was kind of just something we like to do, you know?
The fact.
How will Chopper help the crew by going after Scopper? Will he tell the crew what to do, or will he be able to do it? Personally, I think Chopper's going to help the crew lore-wise and healing-wise, like always. But the main thing lore-wise, Chopper's the only person who can communicate with those beasts down there. Besides Luffy, Loki, as we know of, with Voice of All Things. But Chopper can actually speak to them. And these creatures aren't normal creatures. They're an amalgamation of, like, they're yokais. Like, they're like yokai-like creatures.
Yeah, they're mythical beasts in their own right, and they've already became, like, Luffy's best friends.
So, this is Chopper being down there, being, like, this is everything I've needed. It's everything I've needed. Plus, Chopper just ran on air to get down there, so how is Chopper going to get back up there? What are they going to do? I could see Chopper flying on there like Rudolph to go back up there again. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt? How you doing, buddy?
Good, Janica.
Do you think the devil in the Holotext Emu or inside of Emu? I think the devil in the Holotext is Emu, the dragon. For sure, I think that's Emu. Now, the snake, I think that's Davy Jones. In the Holotext. I think that is Davy Jones in the text.
And then that massive demon represents Emu consuming essentially Davy Jones' heart.
Yep. Adami versus Sanji would be terrifying. You've only seen him be super kind. I agree. I think he'd be really mean, use his hands to fight, and hit women. He wouldn't care to fight a female. That's just the opposite of Sanji. Or just give us his brother, Ganja.
How late are you? Not very late at all. We've only been going like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've literally been live only 20 minutes, my friend.
It's like, even if Sanji does get dummy reversed, it could his love for women could be so strong. Like, he still would have that cognitive dissonance, and like the fist would come flying at Nami or Robin or something, and it would just stop. And that's
that's exactly what's going to happen, because I think he did that in Thriller Bark too with his zombie shadow.
When he was a penguin, yeah.
Yeah, he was a penguin. He's like, nope, not doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, Penguino.
Like, no matter what, it's encoded not in his soul to not hit a woman.
Yep.
I think the voice of all things used to be a thing.
He's a shadow of him.
Yeah.
Shadow of his former self.
I was like, wait a minute. Yes, exactly.
You guys just had the fucking most eureka moment together. That was funny. You think the voice of all things used to be a thing everyone can hear, but since the destruction of the Mother Flame, only a few can hear its whispers now? That would make sense. It's like a voice. It's like the voice of the earth that everybody was able to hear. Everybody was connected and in tune with the planet itself. So yeah, I would agree.
And they slowly ignored it over time. Yes.
Emu's a vampire.
Of all things, is essentially Wi-Fi.
And her illness is her not being able to feel natural light, aka the sun. They need a new body or blood to stay young and alive. Minks are werewolves needing a full moon to access the full strength of power, and the Davy clan is the Hellsing family.
I love that.
I
love that.
I think that's great. I think that is great. Especially the emu being a vampire. I think emu specifically, if they were to be a vampire, they're more so just tied to the bat aspect of it. Like it's Davy Jones. He's a vampire. He's like a bat. And why we see Vanderdecken look in the front of Zebek's ship, same thing. But Vanderdecken the first on the Jolly Roger or in the front of the mast, it's a vampire. There's literally a vampire on it.
Also, go watch special episode 1, Ocean's Naval, and you have Captain Joke, who's like our Davy Jones representative, being in the abyss at the bottom of this Ennie's Lobby type hole as a bat, telling the Straw Hats where to go, where to navigate, and how to reassemble his body. And then he ultimately tries to attack him.
Yes, absolutely.
He says, after 10,000 years I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth!
Davy Jones, the Demon King reborn, my friend.
But yeah, that ties into bat aspect perfectly. And Emu having the bats that summon the warlords and everything, paralleling Moria's brick bats and the shadow fruit, and their kind of like abyss.
Brick bats!
Abyss-esque move. Brick bat!
When it was revealed in the war that Dragon was Luffy's dad, Buggy said that would make Rayleigh his uncle. What you think about that?
I say I need to find this panel.
Yeah, I need to find that. I don't recall that or remember that actually happening. But if it did, then we need to talk about it for sure. Taboo says, do you think Blackbeard is going to get Loki's fruit? Me and Mr. You think he might fail and go after the Quetzalcoatl fruit Dragon has? It's going to be the closest. I think Dragon's fruit's being taken by Blackbeard for sure. You know why? I think Blackbeard's fruits that he's going to get are all going to encompass the creatures that were impelled down on Beast Hill. One's the Sphinx. Where does Whitebeard come from? Sphinx Island. Another one's a Basilisk. Feathered Serpent. What does Dragon have? Quetzalcoatl-like fruit, probably. Now, another one, the Manticore. That's one I'm interested in. I'm curious where the fuck he's going to get that one from. There were also puzzle scorpions. But the most interesting one of them all that I really look at is the blue gorillas. What devil fruit would you get that represents the blue gorillas? And I think that represents the Nika fruit itself.
How so?
The blue gorillas were like a police force. They were like an extra police force for the Beast Hill, essentially. They were sent out as like the because they could fight. Like, they were the beast themselves, like the basilisk and everything, but the blue gorillas were just sent out. Like, if you got past the basilisk and shit, the blue gorillas came to beat your ass. They had hands, you know what I'm saying? So that's that's the best way I could explain them. But how I compare that to Nika or Sun God is like the Sun God's troops are monkeys. Monkey D. Luffy, the Sun God, like it's literally he's literally gorillas. It's monkeys.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh, now we're getting a bunch of questions.
But also monkeys travel in gangs and groups too, my friend.
Yes.
Ancient kingdoms under the Terai current. That's why the sun never stops shining and Enies lobbying by the waterfall looks like that. Terai current, you guys familiar with that? Something stated in One Piece probably, right?
Wait, which one?
The Terai current.
Was that dragon serpent current?
I think so, yeah.
The one that says it like takes like thousands of years to like fully travel through it because of the way the currents go.
I personally don't think it's under the Terai current, but I see I see what you're thinking.
Oh, that one.
Impel down Marine Force.
If Emu's controlling Gunko, and we know that Gunko has ties to Brooke, do you think Gunko could break free from being controlled by Emu? And we won't actually see Emu/Gunko be defeated by losing in battle? I don't think we're going to see Gunko get defeated in battle fully. I do think Gunko will break free at some point too, and I think it's going to be Brooke who is the main cause of that.
But I would have to wholeheartedly. Hold on, let me wholeheartedly agree for just a second, because what's going to happen is that he's going to play one of his songs. He's going to recognize Gunko finally. He's going to put the pieces together, and hopefully this will be the moment that we see that Brooke can actually affect people on a soul level. His music, music is supposed to affect your soul anyway. If there's a specific feeling that people get whenever they listen to music, and it's like, it says it affects your soul and you get the goosebumps.
He's literally the soul king.
Feeling the spirit.
He's literally the soul king. And so he's going to remember Gunko, remember whatever he played for her, bust out his guitar or whatever instrument he can find on hand. And she's going to recognize it, and it's going to break the curse. It's going to break the possession.
I agree, my friend.
That's how I think it's going to go down.
I'm there with you on the possession being broken by Brooke's tune or his music.
So she may not even be defeated. It may just be a moment of lucidity for her. Like she's like, you guys, let me help you get out of here real quick, Brooke. Like,
Oh no!
And then it's like right back into being.
I think it might even.
This is actually going to be really. This is actually going to be really bad if this is how it plays out.
I think it might even allow them to damage.
If it's like Whole Cake Island, she's just going to be like vulnerable for a moment, and then she's gonna go absolutely berserk and come back 10 times more pissed and have like the hunger pang kind of shit.
Like,
and then we're gonna get defeated.
Like, how dare you destroy or take my vessel away from me? Blah blah blah.
Dude.
I am God.
You dare?
And like, well, I'm the Soul King, baby.
Well, dude, that's where I think it absolutely goes to fucking shit. Because once they piss Emu off to the point, Garling, get over here. She calls the dog. She's calling the dog, and it's over with, bro. Like, he's coming.
And that's when Luffy goes into the abyss.
Like, I know Garling's coming to Elbaf, bro. I just don't know when. But when he comes, we're fucked.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much that Brooke has, like, we don't know. Like, at the end of the day, we only know his time with the Rumbar Pirates. And I've said this for the longest time. I've said he's part of some holy family or some elite family. He has forgotten his roots, most likely. He's probably just where he's been dead for so damn long and was alone for so damn long. He most likely can't remember everything that has happened in his life, especially
he had that scar before he was dead too.
Yep.
Yeah, but especially pre-Rumbar Pirates. And that could have been a scuffle with a Holy Knight. That could have been
Dude,
there's so much that it could have been.
Even think of the parallels here, right? You've got, the music's the big key here, right? Brooke's acting as the Nika figure for the individual that is kidnapped and taken, right? And we see this parallel in Egghead. I just realized I just thought it over here. Oh my fucking God. Okay, so look, in Egghead, right? In Egghead, we have Kuma, the kidnapped figure, and his child being Bonnie, right? But what makes them come together and really realize Bonnie realizes Nika exists is the music. She hears the drum beat, she sees Sun God Nika. right? That is the whole big tie-in. But we have the same exact thing over here with Elbap with the same parallel with what we were just talking about. Fuck, my mind just blinked. Can you restate what you just said, E? Oh my god.
About what? About Brooke having his confrontation with Emu for a split second with the "I'm Soul King," resonating with the soul, how music resonates with your soul. A moment of lucidity. Emu's going to get extremely pissed.
Garling showing up.
Garling showing up.
It's something to do with Garling show up. I know it's that. It's something to do with Garling showing up. Oh, the parallel of the Gorsay. So on Egghead, right? We have that happen with the music. The Gorsay show up on Egghead, and they show up, and we don't really truly get a full battle of Nika versus the Gorsay, right? They're just kind of there. We see a little bit of interactions of Luffy trying to damage them. He can't hurt them, and we don't really get learning on how to damage them from that point. And there's not really. They get sent away. Then we got a new Gorsay added into the mix. Now we still have yet to see how does he. For one, how does he stack up to the other Gorsay? Two, what is the Gorsay's true power? Elbaf is the time for that, and this is how Oda is going to show Garling and his power and how he compares to the Gorsay, and two, the true powers of what lies within what the Gorsay have. So if you think about it, in Elbaf, all five show up, they don't fight. He introduces a new Gorsay. Not in Elbaf, in Egghead, all five show up, they don't fight truly. But now in Elbaf, they should show up. Only one should show up, and he should put on it should be a full fight, everybody versus Garling. They should all be fighting Garling, and he should beat the shit out of everybody. Like, I'm pretty sure Elbaf's going to be a full power show for Garling.
Who do y'all think is going to be the first person to hit Emu?
Sorry, yeah. Go ahead. It's gonna be Usopp, but even in Egghead, we have a clear distinction of like a hard cap of what Luffy is even capable of doing. Right? It took 4 people to get Mars off the island. Luffy couldn't even damage Warcury in Gear 5. That's a problem. The regeneration, that's one issue. But he wasn't even able to damage them, right? That's
something I think about a lot, especially with Agenda Piece being a thing on like Twitter and stuff, and how it seeps over into TikTok. And it's like everybody's like clowning Luffy right now in Gear 5 because he didn't absolutely pub stomp.
Something's not right here. Something's not right here. They hit Gabon hits Somers gets hit, doesn't bleed until like Somers gets attacked at, like Gunko gets attacked at. They don't bleed or anything like that. They just regenerate. Gabon cuts him with Haki, he bleeds, right? So you have to be able to use Haki to make them actually have blood. Why did Bonnie stab Saturn and he bled?
My instant thought was just he let his guard down because he didn't think that Bonnie could do anything. That's all I can think.
Well, I think like the regeneration, like he allowed himself to get hit, and he said like, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna regenerate, right? So I think the Holy Knights, they still get hit and they should bleed. Like I know Gunko didn't because it's more of like within an explosion, so it's kind of hard to see her bleed.
We're gonna.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what because listen, Gunko gets exploded, so we should see her bottom half and blood pouring out or whatever. But no, it's just like paper that like kind of like forms back together. If that makes sense. It was like kind of Conan from Naruto. But Saturn gets, and the only reason I'm saying this is because of the powers that Bonnie has within her, and we see how she has the Nika connection. So I'm saying that's my thoughts and ideas of the fact that maybe that's more evidence of the fact that Nika has a direct power or ability himself to damage or hurt them. Like Haki, life force, energy, and it comes from believing in and knowing Nika. The difference between Luffy and Bonnie and why Bonnie might have been able to do it, Bonnie truly believed and knew who Nika was. Like, I believe in Nika, I know more about Nika than you. Luffy don't know a damn thing about Nika, nor does he care.
Actually, you know what? That kind of makes sense in a way to why the Giants were able to just, curb stomp Jupiter too, just like ping ping. It's like we know Nika.
That's what I'm saying.
For our boy.
It's like knowing your enemies and knowing your devils. Like you know your devils, you're able to fight your devils if you know who they are. And the only way they're able to know or identify their devils is by knowing who Nika is, because they know Nika's enemies and they know who they believe in. Yeah. Like if you believe in one, like you believe in a certain god, you know who that god sees as his enemy, so that you know your enemies, if it makes sense. So that's why the giants are able to actually do that.
Honestly, if you're saying that the belief is what makes them able to hurt them, then what was I going to say?
The power.
No, I'm doing a blank too.
Well, that's where I think the power of love might come in.
Yeah,
the
power of love. Like that Nietzsche says here, Bonnie used the power of love for Kuma, like as a hockey type to hurt him. Like that's what we're being established, like from way back when we got the fist of love from Garp, like for the first time, right?
That hurts
like,
Luffy.
We see Nami brutalize Luffy for like a loving discipline. Yeah, power of love, power of love. Probably why Saturn blood, power of love.
That was just something that was just running through my mind. Like, damn, like, yeah, the concept of believing. The more you believe in Nika, the more you're actually able to fight your enemies and fight your devils.
Well, that would make a lot. This isn't the thought I had, but that would make a lot of sense because Luffy can't hurt him. He doesn't believe in Nika. I mean,
you know what's so funny?
That makes sense. Well, you know that makes like the whole gaslighting of Bonnie, like quite literally pages before that, so much more poignant. Like it's just like, you know, oh shit, I can't let her know the connection.
Yeah, like you can't let her know the connection.
Let me actively gaslight you out of it.
Yep.
Because if you actually really look at it, dude, they were beating Saturn's ass.
Age powers, but it's also affecting her own ability to hurt him at all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love.
Yeah, dude, think about it too. Think about the people fighting Saturn. Like it's like Sanji and Bond. Like they're beating Saturn's ass. Like they were beating his ass. He was bleeding all multiple times. Yep. Luffy's not there at any. Like he's not really in the whole mix of fighting Saturn, unless Saturn tried to like stab him at that one point. But Luffy's focuses on the other Gorsay from that point on. Besides when he grabs him. But if you think about the whole sense of it, right? When Luffy's squeezing them, we see him squeeze Kizaru. He bleeds. He's squeezing Saturn's face, and Saturn's face is just like, you know, and you know what I mean. But then Bonnie fucking Gear Third punches him, and he bleeds.
Another thought that I had also is, you know, Saturn coming back, like boomeranging back.
Yep.
Like, do they understand how Nika works?
Yeah, when I was watching the episode, I was just like, is this the same reaction I had when I first read the chapter? I'm like, they played these games before.
Yeah, they played these games, and you've said that before, but like watching it, sometimes watching the anime helps me a lot more than the context in the manga, like just like reading panel to panel.
Yeah.
So like seeing them actually fight and the way that Saturn was like genuinely getting frustrated and like stop talking and all this stuff, like. This was a rematch.
You're pissing me off, Robert.
Yeah, like this was a rematch between him and Nika. Like he either that or he has been prepping for so long that he is able to just interpret what Nika is going to do. But I like that. I like the first idea that like it's a rematch. They've dealt with Toon Force before, or that whatever Luffy's brand of Toon Force is for everybody out there.
Yeah. Whatever inverse it's called. Cartoon
whatever
physics.
You want to call it. Yeah, cartoon physics. They understand it too. They don't see it as fighting as he pleases. They understand that he fights like he's from a comic book.
I feel like I've said it in sporadically in videos, but I've never made a dedicated video about it. But like, I'm pretty sure the 6 powers are just based off of the sun god Nika, like, you know, walking on air, like we see Luffy just doing, you know, his rubbery body, the shave, you know, just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the finger bullets are like the finger
bullets because pistol. He had a gum pistol. Yes.
Well, and then you see Saturn when he starts going absolutely berserk. He's using his like freaking noodle arm, like,
yes,
it's extending out like a gum. Yeah, like regeneration exactly or not, like sure that could be like the whole Ors aspect of it, where it's just like, you know, your shadow helps you extend past your limits and all whatever that.
But it's like it's like the Gorsay have picked up on it too. They have picked up on bits of Toon Force. They believe in Nika too. It's like they understand
as much as they need to, right? They're like atheists who have read the Bible so much that they can like debate Christians and out of like their faith, right? It's like that's
exactly
like, it's not necessarily a noble pursuit, but hey,
But
you can do it.
they're doing it. Yeah.
But I mean, dude,
Oh, and there goes my camera again. Of course, there goes my camera.
Just gonna say.
We'll figure it out.
The thing is, too, like, they've essentially, like, created, like, a third, like, a new god in Emu with everything they're worshiping and everything they're going under.
Yeah, like, they've created their own worst enemy.
That's what I mean. Like,
they have to follow suit. Like, it's basically like, you know, the Doflamingo family propping up Dofi, and they're just like, oh shit, we made this guy a little too influential and strong.
Yeah, now he's fucking. Now he's crazy. Now he's crazy. Hey, I love you.
He's nuts.
Do you need anything done for you? Who'd you kill today? You want me to go do it for you? Like, that's how it is. They gave Emu all the power. Now like, if you look at, like, when I first watched the whole Emu thing, the authority the Gorsay give off is like, there's nobody above me. I don't give a fuck. Until Emu walks in the room. And it's not like they respect, it doesn't even seem like they respect Emu, because they lie, they do shit behind her back. It's more so like, if I don't respect this person, they're going to erase my ass. I will never, you don't even know my name existed.
Yeah. It's not like my whole family will get dynastied.
Like, you can tell when someone
passed.
Yeah, you can tell when someone rules out of fear, and that's just Emu to the core. Like, do what I say, you mess up, I'll kill you.
Excuse me, what? I
Emu.
couldn't hear anything for a second either.
Oh, we were talking about Emu.
I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties tonight, guys.
But you're fine. We've had, your old theory piece times, dude. It was every day. It was all the time.
Oh, yeah, we had worse.
Sorry, audience. My bad. I don't know what's wrong.
How many arcs of the Elbaf? Man, I could say at least max 5, and if I would go over that, maybe 7.
I want them to go to Lodestar so bad.
No, what's really funny is the fact of they've essentially, if you really think about what they've done, think about all the zones that exist that we're seeing. There's so many zones. All the mythical zones that exist, right? Think about the fact that all these powers likely existed as one individual power that was like a paramecia, a logia ability, and a zone transformation. So everyone had their own intangibility. What Emu has essentially done is taken if a D-Clan, imagine, like, this is the original D-Clan. People who had abilities that encompassed all 3. What Emu has done is essentially separated all that shit and taken all the logia aspects out and used that to make what we see as their intangibility, essentially taking their souls. Like, if you, like, look at devil fruits themselves, that would be one thing, like, that's on a surface level, making logia devil fruits and separating the concepts from what they is, the concepts from the person. Like, think about it. A phoenix that has flames, separate the concept from the phoenix, now you just have a bird and the flames, the flame fruit, you know what I mean? That's what it's like, a diluting of the powers over and over time. Just as they get further and further down, yeah, you're a D-Clan member. Yeah, you found part of your power, but if you don't get the rest, it's not going to work out. And if your other half of your power is with another D-Clan member who hates you, what are you going to do?
Could Nika be the only one that couldn't devolve?
That is the first thing that came to my mind when I started thinking about the de-evolution of things. You can't touch Nika. You can't. Why? Because it's the originator. It's the original. That's everything. It's the original, like, source of, like, when I say original source, I don't think the Nika fruit was this first original fruit that came before everything, no, I don't think it's like that. I just think the powers that are contained within Nika, that are contained is the one thing that cannot be touched.
And I think Nika wished for the fruits to exist, so. And so that's where that's why I think it can't be touched, because he made the original wish.
That would,
or had the original dream.
I think it's either going to be that he made the original wish, or that he ended up making the original deal or whatever that allowed everybody to gain abilities, and then after that, Emu stole those abilities and turned them into devil fruits. That's what I believe. Like, you know.
Yep. No, that's same thing, different wording, son.
Oh, W. Look, E. Look at the fist bump through the camera, my friend.
Same thing, different wording. Yes,
Debbie, thank you for the follow, my friend, over on Twitch. Are there two answers to beat Emu? One being the sun god Nika, Luffy, and the moon god Teach. What if Luffy and Teach work together to beat Emu? Just like, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to be a Naruto.
I bring you to my eclipse theory.
Damn right. Yeah, that's exactly what we think. That's what we all follow. Like, we think Luffy and Blackbeard are for sure going to team up and work together. I've seen so many people switch up and say that they're not going to work together, then they are, then they're not, and then we get more stuff about Blackbeard than they are. We've stayed the same. They're working together at the end because that's just how it's got to work. The sun and the moon have to come together. If they fight it out at the end and kill each other, that's a different story. But they're going to work together at a point. They have to defeat Emu.
It's going to be a reluctant friendship. It's
going
to be just because we have to, we'll do it.
Kev, thank you for the 50.
Yes, Austin.
Kev, thank you for the 50 roses, my friend. I appreciate you. Oh, definitely a Naruto and Sasuke situation. Like, Luffy's your Naruto, Blackbeard's your Sasuke, essentially.
It will be different.
But if you actually look through their eyes, like, if you look at the story through, per se, Luffy's eyes, Blackbeard's Naruto. If you really want to get into it, Luffy feels like Blackbeard's is Naruto. But if you just flip back to what we had originally, Luffy's just the Orochimaru who's grooming Sasuke. That is Blackbeard. So he can take his powers and his body. And not for him himself, it's for Emu. Take it to a greater scale, Luffy's just Black Zetsu. Blackbeard himself is just Toby. The soul within him is Madara. That's Roxy Zebek. Emu's just Kaguya waiting to take it all. A lot of great parallels that you can find there from Naruto, and why? They all follow. That's their sensei. Oda and Kishimoto senseis were both Toriyama, the author of Dragon Ball. And if you look through their stories, that's why you'll see their stories are all exactly the same and similar. Just got to find the parallels.
I don't think Blackbeard hates Luffy. I don't think Blackbeard hates Luffy either. I think it's I think it's more like you're just a rival. You're a rival on the 7th sea. I'm gonna say it, and people are gonna be mad. It's like Roger and Rox. If they were to actually interact more, it would be on sight. But it's because they're both so powerful. They haven't interacted at all since Marineford. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. Yeah. They haven't interacted since.
Luffy hates Blackbeard, but Blackbeard doesn't hate Luffy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's. But Luffy also takes his cherry pie much more seriously than other people. So.
Have you heard the theory that Luffy is Yorkie Dami reverse seed? No, I am not. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. That sounds crazy off the rip. Luffy is Yorkie Dami reverse seed.
But why?
Yeah, but why? what evidence?
Yeah, that would be my first question. Like, for the story, why?
That's like my first question to everybody on my streams. I'm like, why?
Is Buggy missing a tooth? No, Buggy's not missing teeth like them. Davy Jones and Blackbeard are specifically missing 3 teeth.
And Buggy's only missing teeth in certain panels because it's to show that Crocodile and Mihawk just beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
Or he's just being a goofy goober.
Yeah.
Most One Piece theories sound crazy, as usual, my friend. That's what we kind of go for.
Yeah, just because it sounds crazy, just because it sounds crazy doesn't mean we don't want evidence. I was like, if there's evidence, it could still be crazy, but it could be true.
Will we ever see Mihawk fight? I think we're gonna see Mihawk, Shanks, and all of them fight. What I do see happening, I had a theory, and I still have the theory, is the fact that we're gonna see Shanks fight in the Holy Land, specifically versus his father and Shamrock. He's gonna essentially almost get jumped. Now, is Shanks gonna lose? No, but what's going to end up happening is, I believe Shanks' hockey is going to be extremely weakened to the point where Shanks ends up Dami reversing. We get an evil Shanks. And the only person we know who can stop an evil Shanks is one man in this world. Mihawk. And that might also bring back into play Mihawk's coffin and them getting Mihawk to come to the Holy Land. They've been trying to get his ass the entire time. Or catch him slipping, essentially. Any other time, he's got that blade, and he's not playing. Don't mess with Mihawk. Because I do think Mihawk still has a very important part to play in this story, especially the fact that he gets introduced with a coffin ship. Ridiculous. What's in the coffin? Whose body's in that coffin? Other Gorsay? No, I think Garling's the only one showing up, personally.
I was going to say, I just think it's Garling.
So first with your...
It's been very good.
Go ahead, E. My bad, buddy.
No, go for it.
I was going to read what he said. He said, first of all, with York, he seemed to have the same illness as Bonnie. After this, captain leaves. And then after that, the captain leaves, and we don't know if he died or not. Could Gunko's flashback be connected? This is very long ago, so I mean, no, it wouldn't make sense because Gunko's flashback seems like it's coming prior to Book's time on the Rumbar Pirates.
Also, Yorkie was alive almost 100 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Like Brooke was abandoned for 50, and then.
But Brooke still wouldn't even have met Yorkie yet until after this event's happened, wherever the fuck he's at with Gonko, where we see in the flashback. Then he becomes a pirate. I'm assuming this is what makes him become a pirate, you know? Because, I'm with you. E. I think he's a Celestial. Comes from the Baron. He comes from Baron Nostiro's family. That family. I mean, Brooke himself is literally based off of Baron Salamity. He's got the same exact design. And then you've got Ethan Baron v. Nostro, a skeleton horseman. The Baron family. I think Brooke is just a failed Celestial.
Horseman with freezing abilities. Like.
Yep. I think he's a failed Holy Knight, essentially, is what he is. Like, Brooke's like going to be our introduction to the first failed Holy Knight.
I don't think he's a failed Holy Knight. I think he was a Holy Knight candidate and left with the Rumbar Pirates before a decision could be made.
Well, why I say failed is because I think he chose to side. Because, again, the way, if he's there protecting Gunko, something happened to that kingdom, like a God Valley type of event. When I say God Valley, a Celestial Hunting Game type of event, right? And if that's the case, I think Brooke, again, a failed Holy Knight. Think about Brooke and who he is as a kid. Even as a kid, we see he listens to music. So that means if he's a Celestial listening to music as a kid, and he's protecting something, he's tied to slaves. I believe Brooke might have been sent here as a, we're going to kill you. Like, we got to get rid of you. Why? Because he played music in the Holy Land, and what's in the Holy Land? Slaves. So if slaves are happy, smiling, and all happy, why? Because one of our own keeps playing music for them. Send him off so he dies. And that's, yeah.
And see, I offered the alternative of, because he was already a captain or what is the leader of a squadron in his previous kingdom. That would be the detail that he would be put on, is Gunko Watch, the Celestial Dragon Kid Watch. And over time, he would learn about the Rumbar Pirates and their music and how he fit in with them. But I've always said that it was Daddy's money that got him the job in the first place. And so I think the same thing, that his status plus Daddy's money got him in as a Holy Knight candidate, and it was the choice of abandon Gunko and the Holy Knights opportunity, or go with the Rumbar Pirates and live a happier life.
Oh, 100%.
And which Gunko would later then misinterpret as Brooke abandoning her eventually and pushing her towards becoming a Holy Knight.
I like.
Oh, so the whole Elgia thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really just. I like that. I like how you connected that to Film Red.
That you didn't actually abandon me.
Yeah, no, but literally though.
Luffy. Oh, well, Twisted, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? Good to see you. Twisted, how far are you in One Piece, my guy? When Shanks collects the bodies of the Sun God incarnates, does he give them to Mihawk? No. So, Meech, I'm so glad we saw that. I want to make a newer video talking about the fact that I believe Shanks' job is to be the protector of the next Sun God reincarnations. Like, he collects their souls. Like, he's not supposed to allow their souls to essentially go out and become different things. Like, essentially, Shanks' job is not essentially to just collect all these different Sun God souls, and he's done it many different times. No. Shanks' job is to... Shanks was born in the perfect time to where when the next Sun God's coming in the next era, you're the one that needs to be there to protect him and do everything that needs to get it ready for him. And that's why I think Shanks is so important in being called this destined child and the prodigal child, because he's the one set to pave the way for the Sun God himself. But when it comes to Ace, I think when it comes to individuals who are failed Joy Boy-like figures, their souls end up needing to be passed on, or ends up usually normally getting taken by Emu as a power source to keep themselves in power. But thanks to somebody like Shanks and Mihawk, we've had people in opposition to that, denying them from collecting all these souls and stealing these souls that aren't going through the rebirth cycle. Essentially, there's no rebirth cycle in the One Piece world. Rebirth does not happen here. Souls don't pass on to the afterlife and reincarnate into new bodies. That's not a thing here in the One Piece world, and that is the entire problem.
Only devils get reincarnated.
Damn right. Ooh, that's a bar. Only devils get reincarnated. I like.
Well, that's what happens with all the fruits. They get reincarnated. The devils get brought back.
Well, I think that's also how devil fruits are reincarnated too. Yeah.
Well, the human dies, and I would say that the soul. So I've always thought the devil fruits latch onto the soul.
Correct.
And so the soul dies, or the body dies. The soul then mixed with the devil fruit becomes the devil fruit. So that, and so the cycle just continues on.
I think that's the same thing with swords too. And a swords user who has their sword, like when you use your sword, you imbue your soul within it. You're using it. You're becoming one with your sword. So when you die and then your sword gets passed on and the next sword user gets it, your soul's in that sword too. So now it's their turn to imbue their soul within the sword. So it's essentially the sword gets a new name. It's getting new names every time. You know what I'm saying? I like the idea, the whole idea that we talked about with the soul just passing on and the soul upgrading and changing throughout the story and the soul moving forward and helping helping the characters progress. Plus, we're in the point in One Piece where we're just talking and touching on the soul in general. The soul is the important thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shanks collects their soul so it doesn't get sucked into the Eve tree, and Emu steals their souls like the kids' Big Mom ate. Now they're God Knights. I think that's a pretty good parallel you have there. Like Shanks collecting their souls so it doesn't end up in the Eve tree as another fuel source for Emu, and then the Emu steals their souls like she takes them essentially like it's just the Thiever of Souls, Baba Yaga. Ghost, you alright, buddy?
I'm just trying to like half deal with Microsoft, and they just sent me another email that's just the same fucking list of like, can you send this information for the 5th time?
Just copy and paste the email you sent the first time.
You don't have it yet?
Get me Bill Gates.
Fuck me. Sorry, guys.
No, customer service is shit nowadays with most companies.
Well, and I want to let you guys know why it's pissing me off. If it was just like, $50, $100 that I was missing. No. There was a bot that somehow got into my Microsoft account and spent $2,700 within 30 seconds. Verifiably, a bot account on the email that was trying to like change my email to theirs verifiably says bot. Refund me. Like, what do you even mean? What do you mean? Send all this information to you. I did not spend that money. And then I'm trying to do the refund, and then I'm trying to put it into, hey, unknown person. And then every time you go to unknown person, it grays out next and it says, do you think your account's been compromised? Change your password. So I do that 5 or 6 times, trying to get through this death loop of, hey, unknown person. So me just trying to get something through, just hit something else, but in the description say, hey, I can't choose this option, so blah, blah, blah. Immediately denied, obviously, right? So now I can't resubmit it because it's already denied. And now they're giving me the whole, well, if it was a person in your house, it wasn't. Your website's messed up. You're broken. Not me. You fucked up. I didn't do anything. I just bought Minecraft from you guys. I didn't spend $2,700 on Robux.
God, that is a valid crash out, buddy. That is a valid crash out.
No,
like,
one company versus
give me
accountability.
a break.
Like what?
What up,
if it was
Joe?
$100, I would have just taken the slap on the wrist and be like, whatever, that's fine. But you guys are trying to twist my balls right now, trying to say, send this information again. I sent it 4 or 5 times. I'm the same person. It's the same email chain. Do you want me to just reply with that?
Like for real though. It's like at this point you log everything and then you make a TikTok about it and let it go viral. Like, Microsoft, why are you fucking me? I like to be winding down before I'm fucked, Mom.
Well, it doesn't really matter what kind of card you use. Realistically, Austin, it's the charges are going to go through. The money's going to get held. If it's like a in-game currency and they spend it, apparently it's harder to do the refund. It's just like, well, if I didn't spend the money, give it back. Like that's all there is to it.
Quite literally. I hope with the refund,
Oh,
just give me your card
understand.
info, Lego says.
Your dick, Lego.
God damn it, Lego.
Yeah, be an ass, Lego. The Buccaneers
But
aren't.
that's why like earlier on like Minecraft, this like, oh whoops, something's going wrong, because I'm locked out of my Microsoft account now, and they're asking for all this information now. How am I supposed to get it to you if I'm locked out of my account? You have 3 days. Oh, parasitic as hell. Thanks.
Goes, I'm not laughing at you, buddy, but you're so funny.
No,
sometimes.
I know it is
No,
a
it's
comical
just-
situation
it's
because
the
it's just
situation.
it's comically evil at that point. Like,
No, I know.
Yes. So what are they even gonna do with that? Like, I don't.
I mean, at this point, dude, like,
I'm gonna dispute it with my bank anyway, and we'll probably have some insurance cover a portion of it or whatever. But like, fuck.
it's just ridiculous. It's not hard for them to track the money, figure out where it went, get it back, return the like Robux. You can easily fix that. That's an easy fix. You can easily find the account who spent the money. What? Like, how dumb are we?
Yeah, like it is not even loaded on my account. Like, I don't have 50 million or like 100,000 Robux right now. Like, that I know of.
It's like it didn't even work.
I didn't even
Yeah,
get the
there's
fucking
no fucking
Robux.
currency on my account, so obviously it went to someone else.
You spent all those Robux, no bread, no buns, as Izzy said.
Yeah, like the only thing I've ever really used my Microsoft account for was to, like, you know, Xbox Game Pass. Bought a couple games. I don't even really use it, so I don't even know where the opportunity. Like, yeah, see my screen flickering. That's it coming up again. Like, let's just close that.
Good lord. No, I mean,
Smiling through the pain.
My friend, I hope you.
honestly, I don't know what I don't know how to help with that.
Oh no, it's one of those things where it's just I gotta somehow get the information of like my Skype contacts. Like, I haven't used Skype in over a decade. What do you mean?
What?
The fuck?
Is
What-
Skype even around?
It's bedtime for you, Gold. Yeah, we're getting ready to head to our end of our theory piece.
Like,
too.
I need my Skype's contact list, recent subjects of emails you've sent from the account. I don't use that main account. Anytime I'm logging in to this account, I have to send an email to my Gmail account to send a code. So I use my Gmail account to log into my like other account, like my Microsoft account. So I don't even use that one. So it's like recent emails, none. Can you fill out more information? No, there is none.
like Lord, just give me my money back.
That's
It's
what makes it even harder.
verifiable.
It's like I actually don't have any information to give them because I don't use the fetch an email.
Yeah, I got you, Jimmy. Jimmy, we'll do your theory as our last theory before we end on theory piece, my friend. I got you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm crashing out. I'll stop.
No, that's
You're
fine.
good, Joe.
Fine,
Yo,
dude.
Steve, you're
No,
good. Ghost, you're good. You're all right, my friend. The Buccaneers aren't a race, but a band from way back then containing Joy Boy the drummer, Davy Jones the vocalist, and the original user of the Goro no Mi, and some others. It sounds like emo, honestly. They created Bing Sake and went on tour like Brooke. The ship was created by the Galley Law Ancient Shipwrights. I like it. I honestly... I think they're a race, but to say they're a band too, like the Buccaneers are a part of a greater band, I like that idea a lot. It connects with the Dharmas in Hindu mythology, and the Gandharvas, which were like fairies essentially, which were born from music. But me personally, I don't have as many thoughts on what Binks is or who Binks is yet. That name is very interesting, so I do want to look more into Binks. But my first place of looking is going to be Roger's Jolly Roger. Ghost, E, would you guys say anything before we get ready to wrap up here?
Honestly, I got nothing for that one. I was like, I like the Monkey D. Binks theory that circulates every now and then. That's all I mean. But with them being, I think that pokes too many holes in things. That the Buccaneers not being a race of people.
Yeah.
It's like they're known throughout the world for being a race of slaves, for a horrible term. I understand the thought behind it, yes.
Yeah.
But it discredits, to me, Kuma's entire backstory. It discredits the reasoning behind him going through everything in the first place. Like you're being, and it also ruins the real world parallels of slavery. Like it's just a group of people. Like it's just a group of people who played music. Nah, it's got to be like an actual race of people.
Yeah. Like unless it's somewhat similar to how I've been trying to link the revive fruit and the Buccaneer like story as like a concept. Maybe in the last moments, like if they were a band similar to in Brooke's final moments with his crew and his band, they were like putting their whole heart and soul into something, like absolutely everything they had, and they were able to store it within a dial. So like that sense, like you have the Buccaneers able to store their soul within something. So like from that time on, like through their sacrifice, their bloodlines were kind of like blessed with a special attribute, maybe. Like they themselves were probably a band of humans and giants specifically to kind of like create that whole Buccaneer lineage that is the giant's blood.
Oh my
humans,
god.
Right?
Oh my god. We're missing a D clan. Whatever Dinks isn't. I don't think Binks is a part of the Jaguar clan. Dinks.
Yeah.
I don't think Binks is a part of the Jaguar clan. I don't think he's a part of the Monkey clan. I think he's a part of whatever name the Water clan is gonna be. Because when I think about it, Binks Sake playing the music that flooded the world, but also I'm thinking about the fact of just Binks and the names, the sake, the drinking of the sake, the connection I found with Korea and her drinking that to keep her youthful, you know, her alchemy, that being a bottle of like basically alchemical liquid, or alchemical alcohol, like it's a mix of alcohol and her alchemy that keeps her young. Binks sake, a sake that keeps you young forever, a type of alcohol that would keep you young forever. Binks is tied to the Rain clan, or the Rain. Oh man. But think about too, goes what we talk about with Joy Boys, like the Ancient Kingdom's last words, like them sitting there singing as the world's singing together as the world's flooding. It's a beautiful one. I'm gonna have to look deeper into that. I had a deep epiphany right there. But with that being said, my friends, we're gonna get ready to end Theory Piece here. Might end up going live here again later. I'm not sure. Play some Minecraft. We shall see. But until then, my friends, we thank you guys for coming by. Let's see, we got Theory Piece here on Friday, so we'll see you guys then. There was something else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, yeah. I post these videos from Theory Piece to YouTube. So if you guys missed Theory Piece or missed the beginning or missed any theories, we were yapping tonight. It was some good chat. I definitely recommend watching this back. It's only an hour of footage. It's over on YouTube. I'm going to post it. So you guys make sure you guys go check us out over there. And yeah, we're going to get back on a normal Theory Piece schedule. Expect me posting every day my multiple videos that I do. Expect Ghost and E doing the same. Expect Drac doing so. We have Theory Piece Tuesdays and Fridays. We also have One Piece Jeopardy on Thursday that will be streaming. So be ready for that too, my friends. So until then, my friends, thank you guys for coming by. And I'll see you guys next time. Ghost E, anything you guys want to say?
As always, I say to every stream, remember your ABCs. Always be calm, always be cool, and have a good night, everybody.
We'll come back here with some more theories, more speculation. So let's go ahead and lock in.
Y'all got time for a